No clue. Wish there were other places I could check, but I don't really know many. Hmm. Oh boy. Let me check down here then. Hold on. Oh, okay. Hmm. Who she with? Who do you think it is? No. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fucking shit. There you go. Scully, huh? Up there. Hmm. As long as he doesn't attack me, I'm fine. As long as he doesn't attack me or anyone else here, that I should clarify. That sword's looking mighty harmful. That's fair, I guess.
That's fair.
So, you got your own bodyguard then. Luna went home. Yeah. Oh boy. Listen, I thought she was with someone else. I just went off to start working. I just went off to start work again.
It might be good to, for now, try to keep tabs on the child, even though I don't exactly want to just leave it, you know, always supervised. And sometimes some privacy is nice, but I guess in a world like this, it's a little bit more better to have a child by your side than just leaving them alone from themselves. I guess just try to make sure she's around the tavern when you're working,
Yeah. My work
even though
doesn't
I
only
don't want to
pertain to
limit the
being at
girl.
the tavern, I will say.
Yeah, that's the thing. So,
Yeah.
that's always good.
Hmm.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're still around, Blanca, despite Bloodvines being very persistent. The game, it's about finding the eyes. Jess was telling us to go find Mother, and in doing so, once we find her, one person will be granted something within reason. But knowing that it's a game, it's likely not going to always be true. I don't think they're exactly missing. I think that Jess wants to find them.
Well, can you tell your fuck ass bodyguard to put his sword away? It's making me uneasy. Any good fighter would know to put their weapon away so they don't expect, so they're not expected.
Well,
Hmm.
back onto topic. That's about all that we know.
Yeah. I'm just afraid of what'll happen to the eyes. But everyone's part of it.
Everyone is a part of it.
Or at least everyone that heard. Yeah. I feel like they're exclusively being kept out of it, the Dragon Slayers.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of just something that'll be going on for now. Once we find more answers and clues, I guess it'll come true and all that, but a week is all we have to find something, and only one person can even claim the prize. And who's to say the prize isn't skewed in some type of way?
Yeah.
That's completely fine. You have your job to do here, and we have to do things elsewhere, so it's better for you to be here anyways.
Where'd the chains come from? Well, just really felt the need for chains. Alright. That's great. Hmm.
Yeah, like he's restraining her, as to be expected, honestly.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. She is. There's marigold trees that have grown on some people's islands and places of staying, so checks out. Is there anything to report back from your side? I see. Makes sense. Unfortunately, Eloise, I think the thing is that we can't exactly interfere in what's happening right now. I think the most we can try to do is contribute to helping it be a positive growth than a negative one. I think regardless of what's gonna happen, like she was stating that she wanted to bloom, and that was a part of the deal. But I noticed when that hallucination was on the island, the blooming seemed to actually be good, not a bad thing. Hence why I'm currently closing my eyes right now. The bastard has a pretty big weakness, and that is if I can't see, he can't just hear everything that we're conversing about right now.
Mm.
But even with that, we've been able to deduce it down to what it is. And we need people who are expertise in demon arts and all that stuff. But I don't know if Raph is going to be willing to talk in the current state that he's in right now. Since he can't really hear us at the moment, we know Evil Eye is some form of demonic entity, something related to occultism. It's a jinn, or something of its nature. It's the reason as to why Okami was able to see in the first place. And we know that that jinn is someone who was formed during the ritual. Seeing that you reside in demonic things and spirits, it'd be nice to hear a bit about some possible leads from you, Blanca. From what we can tell, it's something that's far above a demon. That's at least how Akami put it. And I can see as to why you despise Evil Eye so much. I see. Well, that's only fair. I understand your reasoning. Figured. And we're dealing with something that's even grander than that. Quite annoying, but I suppose nothing's ever been a bit easy around here. You know of anything we can do at the moment? I know gathering information is one thing, which is why at this point I was considering going to you, though it seems like your vacation was cut off shortly because of blood vines. It's very clear that Evil Eye just wants to harm Toby. That's just going to be the case. It's currently depicted as his father in some type of way. Know something? Right. But we have some suspicions that it's not even really his father, and it's just the Jinn trying to take form of it to sort of just weaken. In my eyes, I think the only way he even is able to overcome this thing, he needs to overcome whatever happened to him back then. It's clear that he hasn't even really fully recovered from that time. Someone you know?
Um, Pardon me, I feel a little out of my element here, so I'm gonna head out.
Alright. Well, you take care. He's carrying something on his back. Yeah, that would kind of explain Evil Eye's presence when sort of just taking over him. It's like he's suggesting and whispering to him to do something that he doesn't want to. Well, that's the bigger question. Does Evil Eye really have this much power and control, or is it just simply basing itself off of Toby's control of himself? And which might explain some of the uh, stronger details about him. Oh, he has that much control now. Exactly. Well, even if he can't say to, he does. That's why he's been going from person to person to feed off of their fears. That's what he wants. It's likely the only way he's going to get power over someone. And the more power he has, the more sources that he can get through, the more stronger he'll get. Well, not after everyone so far, but he's gone after me, Rhea, Mask, seems like Raph, and apparently now Luna. Essentially, I suppose. The thing is that he says that he only feeds off of certain traumas and fears. It's like he has a favoring to some and a dislike to others. Apparently, he said that he got bored of Rhea, so now it just makes me wonder what does he like. Perhaps. Hmm. Fun. It's like he likes to entertain himself with other people's fears and worries and. Hmm. And he took a specific favoring towards Raph because he can just. Raph wanted to sit there and break the soul link, which is why he was so intrigued by him. It feels like we're not going to get too much information about Evil Eye if we know that if he knows that we're just going to pursue him even more. He's going to hide his tracks and cover himself. And thing is, if we try to look at him more, then we're just going to get even more and more traumatized. Feed into him. That's the issue. Which is why he likely wants Raph to create a ritual that breaks the two. Then Toby's all to himself. Like most demons, true names are definitely important. Though I imagine with a person like him, he's thought about that too much to just allow a few books to say his name. Which, if I were to ask, if you were into our shoes, what would your first step be to fixing the situation? I'm not looking for an immediate solution, I'm looking to more paths to answers. Right. I mean, that makes the most sense. From what I can tell, Ray has definitely been a bit more restless as of lately, so that's one thing for certain. I got lucky with a slap on the wrist because I only just peered into the soul. I didn't exactly get to experience most of the side effects people are feeling, other than the fact that now I'm a vessel for him to look through. Yeah, that's the thing. I think he wants to shut down people to hide away answers they might have. and Toby seems to just forget whenever Evil Eye takes over. I mean, apparently to some people, they've seen him take off his glasses and look at them, and Toby has no recollection of that event, so that's for certain. And it does line up with a Jinn symptoms being that they forget people. Not people, but people become more forgetful, I guess. They cause moments of pain or pressure around something. So he wishes to break others to make sure that they can be suitable for possibly taking over or possibly that's true. Because if they just become weaker and weaker, then that means it causes him to feed more onto that pain that they have. The only way we can really solve that is one, get rid of him, which is easier said than done, but two, comfort those who have been affected. But when those affected become shut ins, there's nothing we can do for them. I don't think there's much we really can do for simply just, yep, reliving a nightmare. The most we can really do is just try to be there for them. But as far as dealing with Evil Eye himself, that's a bigger case. That's a lot more detrimental than just all we really can do is just be there for Toby and try our best to find the answer as to what this thing is and what it wants. We know that it came back from the ritual, that's it. And that ritual, the summoning pentacle, whatever thing it was that you were talking about, El, it's involved with a Jinn, which makes sense that a Jinn was summoned during that. If the ritual was broken or somehow sabotaged, it would have likely been able to do something. Do we know exactly what the ritual was supposed to do? Seeing that you were kind of intertwined with that whole thing back then, Blanca, do you recollect that broken ritual that Coyote had? The one that Raph gave him? It was an opening. Helps him cross through. Hmm. and saying that demon was just supposed to be something to help with the ritual, and checks out. Thing is, I wonder if there's anything that we can really gain from that. Hmm. Do we know any way that we can get back to maybe where Coyote was working? The traces of him, at least? I mean, it's obvious he wasn't just doing this in broad daylight. I want to erase this research. If there's anyone to erase stuff, I imagine it would be Evil Eye. Candles were placed right. Well, there's Coyote's just dumbness, so. Brilliant. Well, is there any traces of where he once was? I mean, you saw most of what happened through Okame's eyes. Was there anywhere around this forest where Coyote was residing in except for just his caravan? I see. Do you remember where that was? One of the towers. Mm-hmm. I'll go with you if you need. Yeah, that's true. Is it back at the ritual site? Hmm. Oh, all right. And if you find or come along with anything, just let us know. You can always just contact me. Well, you can't exactly tell us to not stress us out when we're kind of dealing with something that you said is bigger than you. And besides, I said I wouldn't rest until this is all done with. Yeah, you deal with that.
There you are. Okay, so I went to. I don't know if it's known already, but I have gone to Mathis's little blue share stone, and there seems to be a hole punched in the window. Oh, okay. I did look around some other places, and there's a black sign that just says. It said, "I see you." Oh no, it said "boo," and it had two eyes on it. I don't even know if that's new information or not. I doubt it. Also, yeah, okay, I found all of those things. Nothing else though. But also another question. Has Mathis ever come in contact with Mr. Evil Eye? Good. Write that down. Good. Oh, good. All right. I can tell you if I have them already. Hmm. He's trying to keep notes of people affected by Mr. Evil Eye, meaning he could use them as some sort of information gathering, you know, like method. I don't know if Mask would fall under that line or not, considering they were attacked, or they attacked him. Alright. I'll write Mask down as a possible, just in case. Alright. Okay. Trying to gather notes again so I don't lose track of things. I lost my other notes, so all of it had some rather interesting information, but I even wrote down from what the only thing I really remember from it is Potion's actual name. Well, at least the first or last. I mean, I don't know if it's his first or last name, but Gother is part of it. I learned that a long time ago, though. Oh, first name. I won't ask, I'll learn it myself. I'm pretty sure there's a way. Not like I'm actually going, oh boy, who's pulling you away now? Oh, right, since you're here, I can tell you. You can tell him I'm with you already. He wanted to do us to do some or be a part of some sort of contingency plan. He didn't say what for. All he told me was find the realm of the War Witch. That's it. I don't even know what it is. He said hopefully we'll never have to resort to it, but just in case. Doesn't ring any bells with me. When I asked him about the sword, he said I wouldn't have to worry about it. He doesn't have it. He told me that himself, but I still have to ask around for the sword. This thing is not easy to find, despite how fucking big it is. Not easy. I haven't even found anybody who's or haven't even heard anybody or heard of anyone who's acting differently, at least on my end. Mm-hmm. Well, you can already, if you do go there, well, I mean, if you do go to Raph, just tell him I told you about the contingency already. Alright, I'll be around.
Wonderful. Hello, dear. I wish I was here on happier matters. Come take a seat, if you wouldn't mind. I need to entrust you with something very important. Will that be my will, my dear? Yes. I'd like to ask you to hold on to it, and ask you to be the executor of it. Executor of a will. It is the person in charge of making sure the assets are divided as specified within. You are the only person who I can trust not to read this document. I appreciate it. I would additionally like to stipulate that there will come a time soon, most likely, that I will need to ask you another task. Well, related to the will. You'll know soon enough if it has to happen. But I need you to find the realm of the War Witch with Ed and Rhea. It shouldn't be. Don't worry about it. I need you three to find it, and find what is within it, if my will is distributed. Yes, it's instructed to you within the will as well, and there are hints on how to find it within. Well, a hint. This is a very important task, and I trust you a lot with this, and I don't mean to put the emotional burden, but you're at the same time the only person I believe strong enough to do this for me. Eloise, you are the strongest person that I know here. I do mean that. Of course. Now I will pass this over to you. Not a very fun task, I know, but certainly a very necessary one. I wish I could chat a bit more, but it seems I'm being called away at the moment. Of course, I have to go, visit my love. I'll see you shortly.
Sorry, took a moment. Alright, so where exactly do we even begin? I've sort of walked around here before, but never exactly ventured further deeper than this. I suppose so. Guess that's how all this works, no? Anything? Hmm. Well, be careful when going deeper inside. Try to go in to pry some information, and there's still some leftover mob. Hmm. Find any traces with, Coyote's whole thing that he did.
No. Any luck?
Unfortunately, it seems like most of the traces have been kind of destroyed, if anything.
I see.
The ritual was
So,
one thing, but as far as where his whereabouts were, not certain.
no. To the whole eye situation, kind of covering grounds at a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of. Oh, hello. Man, you really zipped on by, huh?
Yeah, we're just sort of searching, trying to figure out some new things.
Oh,
See if there's
nice.
any amount of discovery we can get.
Yeah, just with Coyote?
Coyote. Yeah.
Oh, he had a room here?
Don't know how
Oh,
he even lives in a place like this, honestly.
wow. Just is completely empty, huh? Eesh. Hmm. That's a shame. No, yeah, I was doing my roundabouts. I just thought I'd kind of clear my head after today and just kind of go through everything one more time. I know how we can usually be when stuff stirs up and we overlook small things, so I thought I'd at least just give it one more glance over.
Yeah, and considering everything that's happening now, a lot of people wouldn't be exactly keen on working together.
Yeah, no, it kind of seemed like the more we got into it, the more people kind of started becoming tenuous, so I'm just curious too, because if it's looking for the eyes, that's the problem, because they usually don't, we don't find them, they find us. This time the kid said we have to find them. So my thing is that, what if the eyes had us a place they call home here? What if they have a place they always retreat to? We just don't know.
Yeah, it's always a particular thing. The only thing I really know is about spirits and all that stuff is that some of them can reside in the outer world, other world,
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure if you asked them where they resided, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't give you a straight answer. Then again,
wouldn't have
seems like they
anything
keep
giving us straight
themselves.
answers.
That's true. But yeah, those things, yeah, it seems like they keep themselves pretty private. So yeah, I just saw the whole thing go off, some alarm system you guys were checking here.
Yeah, we were just checking out.
Nah, that's fair. I think I'm gonna just go back to the tree and do a good old sweep.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
sure.
think it might be just attuned to me, because, or at least somewhat, because I remember Coyote did something with my warp stone. Says that, look, you can see here when they get the keys, and yeah, that was a whole stupid thing. Hmm.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't exactly get to see what was happening around here, so yeah.
No. That's completely fair. Yeah. I was just checking up on you to see if anything else was happening. I'm just gonna be doing a sweep, so let you know
Alright.
if that turns up anything.
No, you take care for now.
Yep, you too. You as well. Try not to get in too much trouble.
Yeah, we're trying. That's yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is gonna prove anything about our theory. Saying that if Evil Eye really had traces here, then well, guess what? They would have already likely hit all of them. Likely, but there has to be something. Fortunately, I'm not too close to Toby, which I don't really know a lot. A den. A den. Right, right. Well, beats me. I don't even know. I don't try to pry into things with people, so I don't exactly investigate their private lives and livelihoods, but only Kayla knows. We might need to ask a little bit more personal stuff when it comes to Kayla. I know that it's likely his own private place and all that, but if it's gonna prove us answers, then we need something. Not just random theories that we think of on a whim. Right. But from what Blanca was saying, it did solidify a few things at the very least. But the issue still arises of how to deal with him in the first place. It's just annoying. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be good to hang around here for too long because, well, yeah, you should likely head in for the night, if anything. Alright, I promise I won't be investigating anything dangerous like this. Just looking at a few details we might have missed. Oh, I'll just survey the area for now. You take care as well.